David Tarver is on the line. David, just paint the picture. One of the things that describes you is technology mogul. Just tell my audience what it is you've done with technology that makes you a mogul.
Well, that's a good question. I started a company.
Well, come on now. You started business from the ground up and sold it for big bucks. This is what I'm trying to get at.
Yeah, I started a company in my basement when I was living in New Jersey some years ago, and my buddies and I grew that company and sold it to a British outfit for a good amount of money. Yeah. And so I guess, if you call that a mogul, then I'm a mogul.
Well, see, that's it, a good amount of money. I mean, we're talking about tens of millions of dollars. This is what I just want sometimes, and I appreciate you being humble on that, but sometimes we bring people on and give them a title, and people don't really understand how do you get that title. That's how you get it. You worked your butt off, you believed in something, and you sold it and are a multi-millionaire now. I think that's cool, and I think it's okay to be that in America in 2014. Now, you're in town this week, talking to some people, trying to enlighten people on the ideas of entrepreneurship. Where are we at with that right now in this country, do you think?
Well, I just saw a disturbing report last week that said we're actually moving backwards in terms of our ability to create new businesses. That we're destroying new businesses at a rate faster than we're creating them.
Yeah.
But at the same time, there's a lot of entrepreneurial activity out here, and there's a lot of new technology that fuels that activity. So we're able to create solutions that we couldn't even envision before in a lot of different areas. And one of those areas that I want to focus on is solving problems in our urban environments, because I think that's an area that deserves more attention.
Yeah, we get an awful lot of a technology. Like, I can't remember the name of the game, but there was Angry Birds. There's a lot of gameplay, and it seems like technology for a lot of people is just that escape, that play. You'd like to kind of redirect it and actually impact people and problems in a positive way.
Well, definitely. One of the simple questions that I ask myself all the time is, if we're so smart, why do we have all these problems?
Yeah, great question. What's the answer?
Well, yeah, I think one of the answers is that we're not focused on the places where we have the greatest need. And so we have lots of very brilliant entrepreneurs. We have urban areas that have people who want to move up and who want to do well, and urban administrations that want their citizens to succeed. And I think we need to do a better job at connecting those two entities.
And when you see that, and put it in the context of Columbus, I know you're coming in to speak, but I mean, do you identify Columbus as an area that we could really jumpstart and solve real problems?
Sure. Well, I haven't spent a lot of time in Columbus, but I have been through there a few times, and I think that Columbus has issues that a lot of urban areas would have in terms of public safety, education, opportunities for youth recreation, transportation. All the similar issues that you get in a lot of urban areas, I think, are also present in Columbus. And fortunately, you also have some great resources there in terms of the university that will go unmentioned since I'm coming down from Michigan, and a lot of technical and other entrepreneurs who are poised to solve problems. So I think that, again, that the idea applies in Columbus as elsewhere.
Sure, and I know you teach at the U of M. If there's one thing, like when you talk to your students at the end of a quarter or at the end of a year, what's the one thing you'd like them to embrace? The one thing that, if you learned one thing from me in this class, what is that one thing?
One of the main things is that entrepreneurship is not easy. It's a very difficult endeavor. So you got to pick something that you really are passionate about and that you're prepared to basically give your life to for a number of years. So I want them to come out with that understanding that it's definitely not easy, but they can make a difference, and so many of them want to change the world.
Yeah. Well, that's the exuberance of youth. If you can keep channeling it the right direction, I think that is a task we're all behind. David Tarver, he's an author. He is a tech mogul. I think we demonstrated that. And he's going to be in town, the National Black Enterprise Entrepreneurs Conference. It's at the Hyatt on the National Black Enterprise